Does the spoken notification stuff not get annoying after a while? I weirdly like the voice, so it doesn't bother me. I find it kind of soothing, but I can totally understand other people getting annoyed by it. Like, I like it because of how it's. I mentioned this yesterday. Because you spend most of your time in kind of ordinary areas in the game, going from item to item, poking everything. There's this real sense of rhythm to the game, and I think the voice plays a really important part in that rhythm. I've gone the wrong way. This is not where we're supposed to be.
Lost.
I think.
Detected. Detected.
There's the little map. Oh no, I am going the right way. But you just get used to this background hum of
Detected.
oops. This is what's going on at the moment. Anyway, this is the charge attack thing that I mentioned. I'm not going to actually charge this attack because I'm over leveled for the enemies by a significant margin. Uh-oh. I can't remember what the panic status does. About to find out. Damn it, Marrow.
Detected. Detected.
I am being chased by a fish.
Lost. Item. Lost. Detected.
Memory serves, I really don't want to fight those rapier-wielding fish yet.
Detected.
Although, this game is making itself a very strong contender for Best JRPG Fish when I write that at some point for Dylan.
Detected.
I had forgotten how many fish there were.
Detected. Detected. Lost.
I have no idea what repeater weed does. No, seriously. Stop me if you see repeater weed. Oh, there it is. Oh, double attack. That could be handy.
Playable.
Right, get used to me poking coral here.
Nothing.
And also these things, which sometimes do horrible things.
Nothing. Item. Nothing. Nothing. Gold. 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 Nothing. Nothing. Gold. Gold. Nothing. Item.
Oops. That is the weirdest insert, I think, in the game. But it's a symptom of something that's going to keep coming up, which is that on some levels this game is really childish, which works because the characters are clearly children. You know, in terms of not just in terms of art style, but in terms of how they're written, how they behave, how the story is themed.
Nothing.
And yet we saw in that cutscene before, where Kluke was making the diagnosis,
Nothing.
back at the DeVay village, that sometimes the game
Detected.
tries to act as if these are much older characters. Kluke referred back to when she was a little girl. Clearly drawing contrast with supposedly now. And without wanting to get too specific, she's definitely developed in some ways. There's the effect of the charge attack thing going. So there is something of an ambiguity here between these characters as young children in a young children's adventure, and sometimes a tension
New skill.
with their certain roles they have to play in the plot.
Gold. Item.
Yes, here we go. You can get the stink status from searching these things too assiduously.
Gold.
Seem to remember these guys being pretty annoying.
Detected. Defeated.
I feel absurdly over-leveled, actually. I mean, this is very much a classic old-school JRPG in terms of its ludics, so
Item.
to a certain extent we should expect the random encounters to be trivial, but also it is still a bit strange. If I can straightforward remove status spell yet.
Defeated. Defeated.
What does the water rune do? So that's a very big upgrade, and it resists water. I haven't checked recently who's behind on XP. I should do that. Let's go with Maramaro because he needs to get to his next job unlock. 99, 84, 69. Good grief, Maramaro's a long way behind. Because he hasn't benefited from any of the hundreds of bonus XP that I found in the hospital. I screwed that right up.
Critical. Defeated.
Nope.
Detected.
Grab time. I got that completely wrong.
Defeated. Defeated. Rank up. Defeated.
Sadly, I'm not quite going to be able to finish these off before they get some sort of ability off. And that's poison as well, that's not good.
Defeated. Counter. Defeated.
That's the reason monks are important, they get counter spells. Counter abilities.
Level.
So... Does Shu's status actually say what poison does? No.
Nothing.
So there, not only did I
Nothing.
had stink status applied by environmental objects, it has now been washed off me somehow.
Cold. Detected.
Now we will try the cutlass fish. Again, I remember these guys being a pain. But I may be over-leveled, or just better in these games than I used to be.
Rank up. New skill.
Now, what does regenerate MP do? Ah, yes. That's why it's quite important to have some black mage levels. So that's at black 8. And then go and make Jiro our black magic user.
Nothing. 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 Detected.
Take out that jellyfish before it does something horrible, as it almost certainly will otherwise. I think the jellyfish should be fire weak. Whatever, that did the job.
Defeated. Cold. Nothing.
Jolly good.
Rank up.
There's a chest I can't open yet. You want to talk about annoying noises?
Item.
How's that? Also, the first time I played this game, I played it with English voices, and Marimara's English voice is every bit as horrifying as you'd imagine.
Gold.
Now, that's important.
Item.
But I can't use it on Marimaro yet because he hasn't unlocked the job. I should actually switch Shu back to Generalist for a bit. Security and stun bomb are niche use things, really. Main reason to be an assassin is steal and mug.
Nothing. Nothing.
And I'm desmellified again. Oh, Surprise fish. Oh,
Not detected.
come, Johnny. Ah, that didn't work.
Detected.
I am now about to get fished. Or not. I'm definitely over leveled. This is ridiculous.
Rank up.
For some reason, that's the one menu in the game, the right-hand menu there, that you can't scroll around the top of.
Defeated. 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 Boost ability up. Defeated. Defeated.
It's the saddest animation in the game.
Defeated.
I'm not seeing any dropped frames or anything on this end. Now, which way was I going?
Nothing.
Is the audio
Nothing.
stable?
Detected.
I was not prepared for there to be two fish.
Counter. Defeated. Defeated.
And I should do some healing. Aha!
Rank up. Class unlocked.
And now I can use that generalist heart. looks like there's something fairly significant up that path. So I shall double back, and I shall do this side path first. It should be noted that the dungeons in this game are maze type, not puzzle type.
Detected.
This might be the guy I'm thinking of, because this guy is like armoured and stuff. No, that's also not what I wanted to hit.
Defend.
Roast fish. I don't actually like roast fish at all, but having that guy out of the way is good.
Nothing.
And a metal chest, those are usually important. I
Join.
can't remember. That's right, the one use they upgrade an item by one level. All XP goes to Marimaro for now, because he's like 300 behind. Right, onwards.
Nothing. 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 Cold.
Come on.
Cold.
Okay, and this way. I guess.
Cold. Cold. Nothing. Cold. Nothing.
Anyway, I was saying, yeah, these are maze rather than puzzle-based dungeons. Better or worse. And because it's a Gen 7 game, they're quite big mazes.
Nothing. Detected. Detected. Detected.
You.
Detected. Lost.
Wait, I thought these would attack one another. Or I thought the fish guy would attack this team. I apparently was wrong.
Defeated. Defeated.
That was the right thing for that to land on. There's the monster fight.
Defense up.
I was not
down.
expecting that
Enemy
to be the
down.
result.
Defeated. Defeated.
It's things like this business of enemies that will get into fights with one another that really
Defeated.
shows the strength the system has in terms of its ability to just do the basics well. It's something that I think
Rank up. New skill.
a lot of JRPGs, especially from this period, suffer from, is that
Lost.
their
Detected.
their encounters aren't really
Lost.
consistent or
Nothing.
don't really have any kind of recognizable patterns to them. So we need a fish key for that one.
Join. Item.
But generally speaking,
Rank up.
I feel like with Blue Dragon, usually when you start an encounter, you can have a pretty good sense just from looking at the enemies, what they're going to do. And ow. That allows you to anticipate the strategy that you need without having to learn it by trial and error.
Critical. Counter. Defeated. Defeated.
And that's an aspect of some of the best JRPGs that gets, or some of the most celebrated RPGs that really doesn't get celebrated very much.
Rank up. New skill.
Right, so that's Shogun with Generalist for now. So like FF7 gets a lot of praise, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody talking about how well designed each individual random encounter is in that game. And they really are.
Nothing.
The design level
Detected.
is spectacularly
Detected.
effective. And with FF7, it enables the game to do some really weird off-the-wall stuff, like the house enemies on the road in Midgar. There is the scale balance type enemies in Manor in Calm.
Defeated.
But you're able to go into those encounters
Defeated.
and
Boost ability up.
understand them, get some sense of what they're trying to do. Because they fit into this wider language, they're just doing more complicated things with it. Whereas,
Defeated.
it's an example of a game that did this really badly. I think probably Eternal Sonata, but my memory of that is fairly shaky. Where the enemies just look weird because JRPG enemies are supposed to look weird.
Item. Nothing. Nothing. Gold.
Okay, if the sound is out of sync, then in just a minute or two I will stop and restart the stream.
Item.
Hopefully that will straighten out any performance issues that are still going on.
Nothing.
If I let the stream run to an hour and 20 minutes, that makes a nice
Nothing.
straightforward split for 40-minute episodes. Okay, we're getting towards a boss though, so
Nothing. Nothing. Never.
that surprise fish. Let's kill this guy.
Detected.
Oh, that's not good.
Critical. Defeated.
Uh-oh. I don't like this. This is a bit hairy.
Defeated.
Okay.
Rank up.
Stopping the stream and restarting.